Welcome back to Spirit Rising, Go Great Lakes Bay's exclusive look at the quest for the Memorial Cup. In this festive episode, we reach the midpoint of the OHL season, with the Spirit aiming to clinch the coveted I-75 Divide Cup against the in-state rival Flint Firebirds. As the holiday break approaches, head coach Chris Lazary is determined to carve his name into franchise history. And moving forward, the team navigates through the trade deadline, welcomes new faces, and solidifies the roster with the ultimate goal of lifting the Memorial Cup. Welcome to Spirit Rising. It's December in the Great Lakes Bay region, and when you talk about the holidays around here, there's nowhere better than Frankenmuth. So many hockey dreams begin on outdoor rinks, and now Frankenmuth, Michigan's Little Bavaria, has one of its own.
Yeah, the ice rink started in 2021. It was an expansion of our Christmas experience, a way for, as our Christmas town, to really expand and rediscover what the Christmas experience would be like in Frankenmuth.
Spirit Captain Braden Hache and Nick Sema revisit the simple joy of the outdoor game and take a spin on the freshly laid ice.
Yeah, it's awesome. It brings people together. I saw the logo on the ice, kind of some more excitement for us on what's to come.
Back home, where I'm from, we have so many outdoor rinks just like this, and having this here in this really cool city, and it's just so awesome, and being able to yell here this morning is great too.
In a town celebrated as one of America's Christmas capitals, a December visit wouldn't be complete without stopping at Bronner's Christmas Wonderland.
Bronner's Christmas Wonderland is the world's largest Christmas store. It was started by Wally Bronner, a local gentleman who started actually as a sign painter and then really started painting Christmas signs, and it evolved into the world's largest Christmas store.
One look around essentially confirms that status. A short drive away, the holiday season continues for an important member of the Spirit lineup. 3 seasons ago, Trace Hendrick and his family opened their home to billet for the Saginaw Spirit. They've been the steadfast billet parents for starting goaltender Andrew Oak since his rookie season in the OHL.
You know, I knew some friends that were billets, and it was always something that was interesting to me.
The funny part is that it took a long time to convince me to actually do this whole billeting thing.
Felt like a perfect fit from the start, and I thought it was just an awesome opportunity just to get to know another family and truly come here and have a great experience.
The Hendricks have been a crucial support system for Andrew by fostering a sense of family, especially with his younger billet siblings, Liam and Ellie.
Just having somebody else to play with, just like he plays ping pong with us, we do mini sticks a lot. And then just playing video games with him, like it's just a whole lot of fun to play with somebody.
It's a lot of fun to see him on the ice and say, he lives in my house.
He is an incredible role model. I mean, when we try to teach the kids something, we can immediately point to Drew and be like, hey, look at the way he eats, look at the way he exercises, look at how hard he works and the effort he puts in.
In December, the Hendrick household transforms into a hub of festive warmth, marking the beginning of a cherished billet family tradition, a secret Santa gift exchange that brings joy and camaraderie to this extended family.
I'm gonna pass out some ornaments, and these all kind of. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, that's good. I thought that was spoke to you.
Yeah, nice.
Oh no, I got the wrong one. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
And then I got you guys some hand warmers.
It's a major award.
Yes, major award.
Nice. Fragile, it must be Italian.
Traditions are important to us, and really allowing Drew to come into our family and experience what we experience. You know, sometimes he'll help us make dinner, other times he'll, just sit around with us. And so the Secret Santa is a way for him to feel like he's part of our family during this holiday season. And it's a way for the kids to surprise him, surprise us, connect with each other on a different level.
So we do a lot of stuff around here. We always have game nights. I'm always playing pool and ping pong with the little kids. And, truly it's just awesome to do that kind of stuff here.
While holiday moments are fun, the Spirit have 3 important days coming up with home dates against the Firebirds and Wolves, along with a road test in Sarnia, coming up next on Spirit Rising.
The OHL and Saginaw Spirit invite you to Saginaw, Michigan for the 2024 Memorial Cup. You won't want to miss a moment of this event where hockey crosses new borders.
To contend for an OHL championship and the Memorial Cup, General Manager Dave Drinkle strikes a trade, acquiring big pieces in winger Alex Christopoulos and defenseman Rodwin Dionisio from the Windsor Spitfires.
Hey Dave, how are you?
Billy, how you doing today?
Good, thanks.
Good. Just wanted to follow up quickly on our conversation last night. I know, obviously, we're close on a deal here, and you kind of talked about if I put a fourth in 26, is that something you'd still want to make this deal get done?
Absolutely. I think that'll make me happy. Hopefully that makes you happy, and we got something done.
Okay, well, just looking at the grid, if I put in the fourth in 26, it'd be Ottawa's fourth. Could you flip me back a sixth and 24? Just going into the draft, like losing a second in this deal, I don't have a 5 either. If I can add a 6th and 24, then you got yourself a deal.
Yeah, we talked about it. I think that's fair. Absolutely, Dave. Let's do it.
Christopoulos and Dionisio are huge additions in helping the Spirit climb back up the Western Conference standings as they near the unofficial halfway mark of the season at the holiday break. Interstate 75 is a significant north-south artery from the Great Lakes to the southeastern United States. In the Ontario Hockey League, I-75 carries players and fans over the 40 miles between Saginaw and Flint. Since 2015, the I-75 Divide Cup has been awarded to the victor of the season series between these two franchises.
You know, the competition for the I-75 Cup is so exciting, and I'm glad they decided to do something like that and create a competitive mode for us and them.
Obviously, we don't want to give that trophy back. I think it's been with us for a couple of years here, so we've won the majority of them, and that's the plan on continuing to do that.
I was honestly amazed at the excitement around this cup, the way these young men skate and compete over it. It's a lot of fun to be a part of.
As mid-December approaches, Saginaw holds a commanding 4-1 lead in the season series. Thursday night's clash against the Firebirds could be the defining moment, as Saginaw has the opportunity to clinch the cup on home ice.
The Spirit back home to face off against the Flint Firebirds, a 4-1 lead in the Coors Light I-75 Divide Cup Series in a chance to clinch for the first time before the Christmas break. The Spirit looking to maintain possession of the I-75 Divide Cup after winning it for the 4th time last season.
You have to turn the key on when the game starts. We can't wait for 10 minutes. We can't wait for the first intermission. I want you guys to be, when this game starts, it's like it's over, honor, identity, how we're going to play. Relentless.
On the left, Jerv. Yeah. Woo! Down the pipe, Willie. Woo! Right side, Crystal. Woo! Lefty, Hash. Woo! Right knee, Gozy. Woo! Let's go! Hey!
Game number 6 of an 8-game season series between the Saginaw Spirit and the Flint Firebirds. And they look to start off what is a rare 3-3. Flint tonight, in Sarnia tomorrow, and Sudbury at home on Saturday. Young, a nice pass up for Liam Storch. Nice move, trying to split the defense. Storch in front, great shot, they score! What a move by Storch over to Forgione, and it's 1-0 Spirit.
PJ Forgione opens the scoring for the Spirit, and Christopoulos finds himself on a breakaway later in the period.
Here comes Christopoulos into the offensive zone, he scores!
Good God.
Great poke at the blue line, great finish at the other end. Alex Christopoulos makes it 2-0. So a pair of goals in that first 20 minutes. They both belong to the home squad.
Second period goals by Marko Stoikov, Matthew Jenkin, and Jeremy Martin give Flint a 3-2 lead after 2 periods. At the intermission, head coach Chris Lazary knows his squad can make a few adjustments for a crucial third frame.
The better team. All we need is our group to get back to what we are, which we've been for a while. 20 minutes. 20 minutes to win the game.
Back inside the Now Event Center, where there is indeed some noise being made. A 3-2 lead for the visiting Flint Firebirds. The Spirit trying to climb back into this hockey game, tie things up, and perhaps grab a lead as they try to work their way to what would be a 5th I-75 Divide Cup. And Giroux is all over that one. Giroux breaking away now from Zane Prug. Here he comes short-handed. Great save, Andrew Oak. Here he comes, Dean Locust, lots of speed to the net. A jam play, scores! Right. Dean Locust, tie game!
What a goal!
Tied at threes with 3 minutes on the clock, look no further than Caleb Mangoni to play the hero.
Michael Misa. Back up through center with 3 minutes in regulation. Drop pass, Hunter Haight. Here comes Haight. Drops it off. Mangoni shoots and scores! Caleb Mangoni! They win 5-3 tonight, and the Saginaw Spirit have picked up the Coors Light I-75 Divide Cup.
The Spirit claimed the I-75 Divide Cup for the 5th time.
As the I-75 Divide Cup makes its way onto the ice.
And quickly move into recovery mode. Tomorrow they travel to take on the Sting in Sarnia.
I like walking into our lounge every day, getting a coffee in the morning and seeing the I-75 Divide Cup in our house, not missing its usual spot.
100 miles and 1 international border separate divisional rivals Saginaw and Sarnia. The Spirit load the bus and fuel themselves, then transition from park to drive. Across the Blue Water Bridge in Point Edward, Ontario, the Spirit arrive looking to extend their winning streak to 3 games.
Saginaw in Sarnia tonight. Chris Lazary started his OHL coaching career as an assistant with the Sarnia Sting, and since then, here with Saginaw, he's got a chance to tie the Spirit coaching win record.
Fast in all 3 zones with and without the puck. Okay, so whatever we're doing structure-wise, do your job, and then the puck has to move quick. I want us attacking all night. Attack, attack, attack.
Live from Sarnia, Saginaw Spirit, the Sarnia Sting. See how this game plays out here. We'll see who gets off to a good start off the bat, especially for the Sarnia Sting. Try to get off to a good start to these games, especially against a high-powered club like the Saginaw Spirit. Christopoulos coming over from the Windsor Spitfires recently. Christopoulos tries to work his way and goes to the front of the net. Nice save there by Serzicha.
Sikic centering feed. Swing, good deflection there by Locust. Rebound is loose and a shot goes through. It's LeBlanc.
The red-hot Jacob LeBlanc has another one for the Sarnia Sting.
Jacob LeBlanc scores the only marker in the first period as the Spirit trail heading into the intermission.
Yeah, we got to dig deep. These guys want to win. They're going to come in here and play hard, and, we just got to pick it up.
Ashe throws a hit of his own. Puck below the goal line. Mangoni, he's there. Centering feed. Misa, great save. Serzicha keeps it at a 1-0 Sarnia lead.
Fisher had it poked away by Perek. Spirit turn it right back. Mangoni trying to drive in, cuts to the middle, and Serzicha once again makes the stop for Sarnia.
Good chances abound for Saginaw, but after 40 minutes, deficit remains at 1.
That was a good period. We competed, we were fast, we were relentless, we were in puck battles, we were attacking the net, but to match that period again, we're going to find a way to tie and win it.
For now, a third period, and who knows, maybe more after that to play.
On the right side, Locust for Christopoulos, can't settle it down. Fun, he scores! Alex Christopoulos!
Early in the third, the Spirit finally break through as Alex Christopoulos knots the score at 1.
Here comes Perek, trying to split the knee. Perek shoots, and a great save by Serzicha. Rebound, Misa, and that chance goes wide.
They're content to hold on to get the single point in the bag. Look ahead to extra time here in Sarnia.
3 minutes left in overtime. LeBlanc from the right wing corner. Misa stays on him. He comes around, turns, shot, good save by Lalonde. Zane Perek shoots it, deflected just wide by Christopoulos. Rebound off the glass, Locust. Perek, right wing, Haight sends it through, Locust, and a great save by Serzicha.
And now the Sarnia Sting will be penalized, and it will be 4-on-3.
And with time winding down in overtime, who else would step up when needed most?
5 seconds left. Right wing circle. Mangoni, one more chance. Near side, great save. Serzicha, loose in the paint. They score! Alex Christopoulos at the horn. The Spirit win it in overtime. And Chris Lazary ties Todd Watson for the most wins in Spirit history.
The 3-game win streak sets the stage for a franchise record on Saturday night.
All the way to push back, boys. Let's keep winning.
As one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, the Sudbury Wolves roll into Saginaw next on Spirit Rising.
The OHL and Saginaw Spirit invite you to Saginaw, Michigan for the 2024 Memorial Cup. You won't want to miss a moment of this event where hockey crosses new borders.
After wins over Flint and Sarnia, Spirit head coach Chris Lazary sits tied with Todd Watson for the most victories in franchise history at 154. With 1 game before the Christmas break, the head coach has a chance to set the new record against the Sudbury Wolves, who come into town having won 3 straight. While PJ Forgione and Liam Storch set the holiday spirit, the game also features the Spirit's teddy bear toss, with all the collected toys benefiting children in local hospitals in the Great Lakes Bay region.
The biggest question we have here is how competitive are we going to be here as a group tonight? Every guy in this room, when you get a shift, Doesn't matter how many you get, you have to be an ultra competitor.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, a Sudbury Saturday night of sorts here in Saginaw. The Spirit taking on the Wolves for the first time this season. Thrown back in, he wanted Goyette. It'll be Musty instead. Center point, it's off the skate of DeAngelis. Now maybe a shorthanded chance. Here comes Hunter Haight, a shorthanded breakaway. Great save by Krawchuk with the left pad.
Puck comes out in the slot. Yearwood into the slot. Jabril Toure scores! Ottawa Senator signee this summer snipes one past the blocker of Andrew Oak, and the Wolves have taken a 1-0 lead.
And the Spirit head to the intermission, still waiting for the fur to fly. The suspense doesn't last much longer, as one of the top prospects for the 2024 NHL Draft releases the Bears onto the Dow Event Center home ice.
Haight, center point, Parek lets it go, he scores! It was tipped in front, not sure who, I think it's Zane Parek. A power play goal sends the Teddy Bears flying. Tie game on the power play. I think a lot of people guessed that it might have been Zane Parek, and the odds of him scoring the Teddy Bear toss goal increased dramatically. And the Spirit find themselves on the power play. It's down the wing, dropped off for Joni. Quick shot.
Oh, there we go.
DJ for Joni. A seeing eye shot from the point. And 100% of players who showed up to the game dressed as Santa have scored in this game. It's 2-1.
Tied at 2s, Captain Braden Hache restores the lead for Saginaw.
Knocked into the care of Misa. Now Hache shoots and scores.
All right, good shot.
The captain's on the board again, Braden Hache.
As they head to the intermission with a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, for lives here, for lives.
3-2 here in Saginaw as we get set for third period action. Once again, an open ice. Braden Hache has Saginaw to the go-ahead goal right now. In the trapezoid, offensive zone, he climbs up the goaltender, and in they score! Batted out of midair. I'm not sure whose stick that went off of. Everybody pointing to Sebastian Gervais.
Midway through the third, Sebastian Gervais doubles the lead for Saginaw, and it stands as the game winner.
The Spirit hang on, and Chris Lazary is the winningest coach in Saginaw Spirit history.
Hey, thank you guys. Like, obviously special moment, like an individual standpoint, but more than anything, like Hash said it best. Like, did you think, a month ago, we're gonna hit 20 wins before Christmas? I didn't think so, but I know one thing about this group. Like, I've come to love you guys a ton. This is a special group that's bound for something special. Like you guys feel as well, and we just appreciate work. But thank you guys.
I can still remember being 22 years old, dropping out of university, renting a room in Guelph as an assistant coach at a junior B team, and sleeping on a carpet with a blanket and a pillow, and then to find yourself here today, like, it's surreal. But I can remember in those days just dreaming of being in this league as an assistant coach, let alone a head coach, but to be able to be a lead a franchise and wins, just something I never thought was ever going to happen, but it's humbling.
The team heads into the holiday break with 20 wins, 7 points back of the Kitchener Rangers for first place in the Western Conference. Up next, the trade deadline comes and goes, with new faces joining the fold as the Spirit prepare for the second half of the OHL season.
The OHL and Saginaw Spirit invite you to Saginaw, Michigan for the 2024 Memorial Cup. You won't want to miss a moment of this event where hockey crosses new borders.
It's January 8th in Saginaw, Michigan, 48 hours before the OHL trade deadline. All of General Manager Dave Drinkel's preparations have come down to this moment as he pushes in the chips to acquire the finishing pieces for the 2023-24 Spirit roster.
Plenty of wheeling and dealing around the Ontario Hockey League, buyers and sellers. And I think looking around, of course, all eyes were on the Saginaw Spirit. Owen Beck comes over from the Peterborough Petes. They had Jorian Donovan from the Brantford Bulldogs, so two players who at one point suited up for Team Canada.
Drinkel joined hockey observers around the globe in following the World Junior Championships over the holidays. Two members of Team Canada were on their way to Saginaw as the Spirit make major splashes with the additions of forward Owen Beck and defenseman Jorian Donovan.
At the end of the day, we feel like we added very key pieces to our group, guys that we targeted. Guys like Owen Beck, Jorian Donovan, those are guys that we really targeted at the start of the year going back to last year when we won the bid. We felt we needed that elite forward and that elite D with Memorial Cup experience and World Junior experience, and to be able to add both those guys at the deadline, we felt like we had a big win for sure.
I mean, yeah, there were a couple possibilities, couple teams that were, you know, calling and everything, and yeah, there were obviously some great teams around the league, but you know, ultimately, you know, Saginaw pushed pretty hard, and yeah, you know, it just seemed like the right fit. So everything just seemed so welcoming and at a very professional setup here, and it just kind of seemed to click and seemed like it would be like the right fit.
I had no clue what to expect. I've never been to Saginaw. I've never actually played here before coming here, so I really had nothing to expect. And then coming here, it blew me away. The room, the rink, everything about it was unbelievable. So no, I was blown away.
Beck and Donovan have both won the OHL's ultimate prize, with Jorian winning the Robertson Cup in 2022 and Beck in 2023. The Spirit also acquired a familiar face in Vancouver Canucks prospect Josh Bloom, who rejoined the Spirit as a free agent after being reassigned to the OHL by the Canucks.
Josh Bloom comes back to the organization after playing the first part of this season in the Vancouver professional system in Abbotsford.
He started his career with the Saginaw Spirit and goes back to familiar territory.
And heading into this year, obviously there was always a great relationship with Josh and his family. We had drafted him. He was our captain for a reason. Chris and I were very tight with him, and that's what made it so hard. But, you know, coming full circle, you know, he got sent down to the East Coast for conditioning. Maybe he wasn't getting the playing time in the American League that maybe they thought for his development, and, you know, a call to his agent just to see where the interest level was coming back to our league, and it kind of snowballed from there. And Vancouver thought it was a great idea for him to come down and play in a Memorial Cup, and it wasn't necessarily our team. You know, we had to talk to Josh. He had a lot of options. You know, when they find out he's coming back to the league, you know, all teams want to add Josh Bloom essentially without giving up any draft picks.
Well, it was really cool, actually. I called them up. I like to take my time with decisions, and so I don't know if they loved me waiting that long, but we had an interview the day before. I waited till the next morning, and in my mind, my mind was already made up, and I gave them a call at 9 a.m. and I told them to get Laz on the phone. And
you know, even talking to his agent a few minutes before that, he said Josh is going to call the teams and let them know, and he's either going to give you, you know, tough news that you don't want to hear or good news. And I kind of hung up the phone, and I knew it wasn't a slam dunk to get Josh back, but I knew we had a shot, obviously. And
kind of joked with them. I was like, well, guys, it's been a really tough decision, kind of leaning towards something else. And then
yeah, Josh, you know, on the call, he said, you know, kind of drew it out a little bit and said, I'm coming back, let's do this, like, let's win this thing. And it was always sagging on my heart.
Told them that I was going to be back, and all three of us, like, I could hear their smiles through the phone. I had a big smile on my face. It was a pretty special moment.
The deadline maneuvering affirmed the franchise's unwavering objectives for 2024, the twin dreams of an OHL championship and then securing the illustrious Memorial Cup on home ice. Saginaw's quest for hockey greatness animates and illuminates all the steps along the way. Next time on Spirit Rising, Zane Parekh travels east to compete in the 2024 CHL NHL Top Prospects game in Moncton. The Memorial Cup makes a visit to Dave Drinkle's hometown of Elmvale before the Spirit make a road stop in Barrie, where we spend time behind the scenes with the franchise's unsung heroes. And the Spirit honors an all-time great with a banner.